Okay, this is a Cimbria SS kit car. The base car is a 1974 Volkswagen Beetle. Car had 18,000 miles on it. It had been rolled. So that's its chassis, front end, tranny, and engine. The engine's a 1600 dual port engine. It's got dual Solex carburetors with a Bosch 009 distributor. Put an oil cooler on it. 87 millimeter cylinders on it, so it should be around a little over 1600 cc. We cut the flywheel down so it rips a lot better now. Runs really good. It's got glass packs for mufflers. As you can see, it's painted a 1972 Corvette burnt orange. The headlights are here. You can have an operator to have it come up or down. I had one, I could never make it work, so that would have to be made to make work if you want the headlight covers to come up and down. The trunk is up here. The pneumatic cylinder located right there is now weak, needs to be replaced. The battery is located here, and I cut into the body to provide an adjuster to be able to raise and lower the front end to get the car to look exactly like how you want off the road. That really needs to be cleaned up and a cap made to cover all that, to pretty it all up, so that needs to be finished. Windshield washer bag, brake fluid reservoir. Again, that's the battery. That's the old setup for doing the headlights, which needs to just be redone. Alright. It's got a single wiper arm. It's got 60 series tires, Dunlop radial, PT qualifiers. 69 Mach 1 side view mirrors. The doors are gull wing style. They open up like that. See if you can, let me try to get the light. Can you see in there? A black shag park carpet put on it back then. It's got walnut burl veneer for the dash and for the inside of the doors with the black Rico finish on the doors. The windows are wing style. They go out, they do not roll up and down. Steering column is tilt and telescopic. It's telescopic wherever you want it, and it's tilt as well. It's got Stewart Warner stage 3 gauges in it, headlights, wiper, AM FM cassette, blowers for the heaters, all that, high beam lights, 6x9 speakers in the front and in the back. Wood steering wheel, had an air horn on it. I've not checked to see if it works. So that's what it looks like on the inside.
Go ahead and keep those up.
Go ahead and drop this one.
You got a vice grip that you can use.
Cylinders on the door. That one probably should be replaced. It's just getting weak. This is the engine compartment. As you can see, that's the engine. The engine has not been started in probably 20 years. I did have this license and I did drive it out on the road. I put less than 1,000 miles on it, and I went off to college and parked it. It was built 1976-7 to the 1980 time frame. It's licensed in about 80, 81. The engine does, we've not tried to turn it with the battery, but it does, you can turn it by hand, so it's not locked up, but it may need to have new cylinders and pistons put in it just because it's sat for so long. But there's the engine with the dual Solex carbs. And the regular spin-on oil filter was installed with the oil cooler on it as well to give that engine more cooling since it's air cooled. You might, yeah, that doesn't show much. So that's the engine. The rear car looks like that. It's got dual exhaust. On it. But it's still, we had it on the road, but it's actually a project car still. Just that it needs to be brought back up. But it really shouldn't have to have a whole lot done. The paint job does have some scratches on it around. So it probably would be best to have your color paint put on it. There's some body work that needs to be done. I do have a crack right here in it. That crack needs to be refiberglassed and repaired right there. The wheels are good appliance wheels. They're chrome, but I have noticed a little bit of rust is showing up underneath the chrome. That needs to be buffed out, or maybe even new wheels put on. Tires have less than 1,000 miles on them, but they are 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old. 1980 to now, that's 30 years. So like you see, there are a few scratches on the car, so really a new paint job would be nice for it. So like I said, it's pretty much it was a complete car. I had it on the road, but it really, gas cap is right here. It does need, I'd still call it a project because it needs to be brought back to life. Gone through, checked out, put back on the road. I had it registered as the 74 Volkswagen Beetle. It does not have seat belts. Put a glove box in it. Ooh, I even put little cup holder things there. And there's a light in there with the switch to turn on the light when the glove box opens. The battery's just not hooked up. So it's got fresh air vents. Of course, it's a Volkswagen, so it does not have AC. But it does have heater boxes on it, so it should have heat. The chrome needs to be polished up. A little bit of work like here on the joints or the hinges, cleaned up. So like I said, just go back over the body, fix some scratches, fix this spot here, and paint it the color you'd like to have it. It'd be a really sharp car. It's a real head turner. I got lots of looks. But it has sat in the garage now for how many years, and too many other projects, too many other things. It's time to let her go. Make it somebody else's fun. But it really is a nice looking car.